pay for his own funeral?
Alright, so this isn't gonna be like the typical reaction thing because I have like questions that I want answered, or I think we need answers to. I hope there's a part two at some point. But I just want to bring up some key points I thought about this in the doc. I need a whole backstory on Clive Davis. I need a whole expose on Clive Davis, right? Clive Davis is the person ahead on top of all this. Clive Davis, in multiple books, has been accused of SA and drugging artists and stealing from artists, and this whole playbook is Clive Davis's like MO. So I need to know how much of an influence and how much power Clive Davis had over Diddy in this situation, right? Listen, I don't think he'll ever say anything about it, but I kind of want to know what happened to Bieber with Diddy. I do. We all speculate, but like the timeline is there between like Justin hanging out with Diddy and then the wild way Justin was acting afterwards. I kind of just want to know, is there validation to those rumors? Because if it's true, now is the time to talk about it. For real. Okay, it's Team Canada over here, baby. Like, I at least want to know if you did something to our guy. That's it. My other one. We need to talk about Kim Porter. What happened to Kim Porter? Right? Kim Porter dies of pneumonia at like 45. This woman who's been a fashion model and been taking care of herself her entire life mysteriously dies of pneumonia at 45. There's no an outside autopsy can't be done. She gets cremated real quick. What are we talking about here? Right? Everybody has had suspicions that Diddy has been involved in the death of his ex-wife. And since we already know he's a master manipulator, is he the reason Kim Porter has passed? I want to know the truth of that. Let me just say, I realize I am not hating to my full potential. Watching this documentary and realizing the depths of hate that 50 Cent has accumulated for Diddy, a decade's worth of hate on this man, to then come up with a 4-part documentary, not only just telling you how terrible he's been from the jump, but actually tying him to some of the biggest crimes in hip-hop history. The level of hate for this man is apocalyptic. And I gotta say, I appreciate it. I do. Because if you're going to hate somebody, hate them for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Don't just hate somebody because they're doing well or they're doing better than you. No, hate them because they're a piece of shit. And 50, despite however you might feel about 50 Cent, he hates people for the right fucking reasons. I got no notes. I think with the Diddy doc, what I really come to understand out of all of that, outside of the things that confirm things, is that like the illusion of fame, especially before the internet, was so powerful, was so overwhelming. Like the idea of being famous and getting that place was such like a trap for people that they allowed a lot of things to go on that really destroyed their spirits, right? There are people who worked for Diddy who are working in fast food joints now, who went on making the band or like did all these other things and with him and who are basically broken homeless now. His former manager, man, like that man, like you can see the pain in his eyes talking about the things that happened between him and Diddy. And it breaks my heart because unfortunately the Diddy method of doing things, which is for the management and the label and the so-called executive producer and all these people who don't actually do the performance or the talent part of it to make themselves rich and to leave the artist, the people creating the product that they are now making money off of, to basically be penniless and poor, is so overwhelming in the industry that it's basically been the go-to move since Diddy appeared on the scene. None of that has changed, right? There are still people doing the same Diddy type shit all over the world in the music industry, right? We just are finally having this conversation. So his influence whether it be good or bad, it has left a mark on the lives of people all around him, and we should be cognizant of that every day.